you're watching Gearz, brought to you by Holly Performance Products. Fuel your passion. And Cornwell Tools, the choice of professionals.
Hey, welcome to Gearz. You know, a while back we introduced a project that was designed to recognize all those cool projects that we all started out with as gearheads. I'm talking snowmobiles, go-karts, motorcycles, lawnmowers, that kind of thing. And the reason was to remind everybody how much fun it is to sometimes grab an old donor vehicle and build something crazy out of the parts, like a wild red wagon or some sort of crazy golf cart, or in our case, motorized toolboxes. And what you have here is a great example of exactly that kind of thinking. Now, you're probably looking at this going, what is this? Well, the best description is it's a Mowerbox, for obvious reasons, because it involves the joining of a Dixie chopper lawnmower with a Cornwell toolbox into what is probably the world's only zero-turn toolbox. Now, at this point, all of the design and fabrication work is done, and we are ready to test the structural integrity of the frame, as well as the drive system and the steering system before we can move on to the final assembly. But before we do any of that, we need to bring everybody up to date on how a lawnmower and a toolbox became this. The challenge was to build motorized toolboxes that all used completely different propulsion systems from junkyard or used vehicles that anyone could afford. So, lawnmower, motorcycle, and airboat drivetrains were what we were able to drag home. The criteria for the build was specific. It has to move under its own power. It had to utilize as much of the original frame of the toolbox as possible. The toolbox had to remain as functional as possible. And all of the main components like engine and drivetrain had to be cheap, used junk anybody could find. With that decided, the cutting began.